For over 150 years, the Kentucky Derby has stood as the most enduring tradition in American sports. And in our time, one stallion is reshaping its legacy. Back-to-back Derby winners. His first son at stud siring another. A dynasty in motion. A motion that again has forward momentum toward Louisville, with another elite crop of 3-year-olds bearing his genes. Spendthrift Farm, home of Into Mischief.
Hello everybody, Mike Welch coming to you from a chilly Churchill Downs. It's the home stretch now. We're in the final week before the Oaks and the Derby, and it was a very busy morning here at Churchill Downs, partly because of the weather the previous couple of days. Some of the horses that were scheduled to go, not only the Derby and Oaks horses that were scheduled to work yesterday moved their work to today, but the general population too. It was a busy morning from start to finish. I'm going to guess today's work to have maybe 200 horses on it all together. I know the clockers were very busy. I was very busy, and everybody out on the racetrack was very busy today. But it was a fun day. We got to see 6 Derby workers, most of them key contenders, important horses. They're all important horses if they're in the Derby, but we're going to start with the most important one of all, and that's Journalism. Actually, the most important two of all, because we had the favorite and the second choice both work within minutes of each other this morning. That's Journalism and Sovereignty. And by the way, this is the Kentucky Derby workout report, DRF workout report, brought to you by Spendthrift Farm, who will have 2 horses in the Derby, including Sovereignty, as well as Citizen Bull, who will work tomorrow. We'll start with the favorite. Journalism was supposed to work yesterday, had the work postponed. Trainer Michael McCarthy not satisfied with the racetrack, even though it did dry out as the morning went on. So he waited till this morning. The track today was very good. It was on the fast side. We had a lot of quick times today. Not unexpected, because we had a lot of good horses working today too, including these Derby horses. So we'll start with Journalism. This was sort of like a maintenance work for him. He did it very easily. He went off slow, 13-1, 25-4, and then boy did he pick up the pace and did it as easy as can be. 37-2 for 3 A's, came home his final quarter mile in 23 and change. Finished 5 A's at 101-24. And what I liked best was the gallop out. He was strong and he was very willing. He just wanted to keep going and going. I had 13-2 for 6 furlongs. 26-3 for 7 A's, and he actually continued out a mile in like 141. He did not pull up until he got past the half-mile pole. That's how strong Journalism was today. So anybody looking for any chinks in the armor with Journalism certainly has not found it since he's been here, and from what I've seen from his works on tape at Santa Anita, not there either. He is coming into the race looking at his best. Now, Sovereignty, we've talked before, he's not the greatest, flashiest of workhorses. He seems to have gotten better, though, coming out of that Florida Derby, working in the morning from what I see, certainly, than he was going in. He wouldn't have pressured at all going into both his races in Florida, but he's come out looking much better. I thought he had a good morning today as well. He looked very strong coming to the wire. Same as Journalism, took it easy early, 37-1 for the opening 3 A's, finished up well, did it super easy, pulled away from an overmatched workmate. Gallop out, not quite as strong as Journalism or some of the others we saw today, but that's sort of just Sovereignty. He just looked good doing it. He went out in 15 and change. Also, this morning, the first worker this morning I thought was extremely good, and that was Bob Baffitt's Rodriguez, who will be joined by Citizen Bull. Unfortunately, neither of them drew very well. Citizen Bull on the rail, Rodriguez in post 4, going to force their hand early on, but I thought Rodriguez looked terrific today. He's a fast horse, and he went fast. Half mile in 47, continued out 5 A's from the half-mile pole in 59-3. And like Journalism, he was very eager, very willing on the gallop out. 6 furlongs in 12-4. He also kept going. The rider, it was a long ways before he pulled up down the backstretch as well. So, like what I saw from Rodriguez, although the projected pace scenario, the post position, is not going to favor him, certainly, in the way the draw played out and way this Derby is playing out. A lot of speed in this field, including Rodriguez. Another speed horse, predictably in the Derby lineup, is going to be East Avenue for Brendan Walsh. He figures to be on or near the lead, and he showed that speed this morning. 5/8 of a mile. He went in company also. 35-1, 59 flat. He was then asked to go out 6 furlongs in 1:12. He responded. He was kept a little wide all the way around too. So that final clocking, he did so while working away from the rail. He had those blinkers on. He's always been a very good workhorse. So not surprising to see him have yet another good morning here. So he is doing well going into the race, but how that pace scenario plays out, certainly not likely to be in his favor, especially trying to go 1.25 miles. The other two workers were for Steve Asmussen, Publisher, and Tistastic. Got what we expected from them, that typical Steve Asmussen half-mile work leading up to the race. Publisher, again, the better of the two, I thought. He was very good again today. 1.5 and 24 and 1, 48 and 4, hard held to the wire. And then the rider did not let him do much on the gallop out, not wanting to empty the tank too much just 6 days before the race. That's typical Steve fashion. Usually these works are on Monday, but he's been a day or so ahead of schedule all along with these two this season. As for Tistastic, 24 and 2, 50 and 2. He was kind of geared down to the wire. Certainly not as much energy he showed today as Publisher, which was the same in their work. They worked together last time, and Publisher was much the best in that drill. A couple of horses that caught my eye galloping today. It was hard to get a look at most of the field with 6 workers in that like about a 10-minute span, but Coal Battle looked really strong this morning. Like him or not like him, you got to like what you saw from him this morning. He gave his rider all he could handle to keep him from running off and doing too much. Baez, I saw today, he looked good. I think he's due to work tomorrow. He's still going to need a scratch to get in. And one of the horses that did get in off the also eligible list in the Aquos, for those of those, there's been some tweets saying he's not on the grounds, he got here late, where's the Aquos? He was out here. He was in bell boots. I think I saw him just jogging on the outside fence, but he is here. The two Japanese horses, Luxor Cafe, I saw him out. He had a fairly busy morning. I did not notice Admire Daytona. I'm not sure if he came out today. I don't think he trained last Sunday either. I didn't see him, but I expect to see both these horses have some kind of a published work over the next couple of days. Neither have really been allowed to stretch their legs since they got here. Admire Daytona, of course, has been here the longer of the two. So that's the latest, and like I said, it was a busy and important day today. Most of the major works are over now. The two Japanese horses will work. I think Citizen Bull is due to work tomorrow. We might see a couple of other blowouts on Tuesday or Wednesday, but as we get closer and closer, it's just going to be maintenance now. Keep everybody happy, keep everybody sound. Hopefully that will be the case, unless you're a Baez's connection looking for somebody to come out so you can get in. But hopefully everybody stays safe and sound, not only out going up to, but during the Oaks and Derby, all the races this weekend. And we still got several days to go, though, so keep it right here. We're going to continue the greatest coverage of this year's Kentucky Derby, Kentucky Oaks. It's right here at DRF.com.